SKN Moves is an initiative of the Ministry of Health aimed at reducing the burden of non-communicable diseases, or NCDs, in the Federation by creating a healthy lifestyle culture. Now, today, we have the pleasure of speaking with Shelagh James, the communication specialist in the Nevis Health Promotion Unit. Shelagh is here to brief us on the SKN Moves activities taking place on our sister island. Welcome to Good Morning SKN, Lady Shelagh, if I can call you Lady Shelagh. Good morning. It's great to have you here. So first of all, well, you're very welcome indeed. Thank you so much for doing this. So we want to know off the bat, is there a distinction of sorts between the St. Kitts and Nevis chapters of SKN Moves as it concerns the people who organize the individual events, or do they work in tandem? So is there like an overarching head that says, well, these are the events that are going to take place under the SKN Moves umbrella, both at Nevis and St. Kitts at the same time? Or is there some level of, let's say, independence in deciding?
Right, good question. Well, there is a level of independence, although we are a joint venture. We have calendar dates for all our activities, just like St. Kitts, and they don't always come together, but we are doing it in the same vein under the SKN Moves. So let me just go into how we ended up with the chapter. So in 2019, the Junior Minister of Health, the Honourable Hazel Brandy Williams, initiated the idea of Nevis taking on a similar role to St. Kitts, because water separates us. The difficulty would be to have activities that we would be able to get to, and likewise. So she decided that it would be great to launch the SKN Moves Nevis chapter here on Nevis, and that was done on the October 2019, and we launched with the first event, which was the Half Island Road Walk Relay, and since then we've been growing. This is our 4th year. So I am actually a committee member of the SKN Moves, which is in St. Kitts and Nevis, but I actually am the coordinator for the SKN Moves Nevis chapter here on the island of Nevis.
Oh, that's great.
So Shelagh, there's an upcoming Half Island Road Relay. Can you tell us about that?
Sure. So this is the start of our 4th year, and it was always our promise and goal to bring out 5 events for the year. Obviously, with COVID-19, it set us back a little bit, but we're back on track again. So we've come up with the Half Island Road Relay Cup Challenge, which is sponsored by our platinum sponsors, the First Federal Credit Union. Basically, it's a half island run, and we mean run, not walk. We've got 9 competitive teams that are taking part at this event on Saturday, the 26th of March, which is tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. And our route is from Brickhill to Butlers, Esmes Bar, to Fothergirls, to Market Shop, Brownhill Gap, and then we finish at the Fit Wellness Park.
So you're looking to break records this year?
Are we going to break any records? I think we will. We've got one team. I'm not going to say who they are, but they claim they can do it in half an hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, if they do that, that's Usain Bolt records, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that'd be fun to see. I have to say, we have to be in touch so we get that information on the records and how well they do.
Yeah, we'll be keeping tabs on time. We'll be keeping tabs on time.
Stuff.
It's going to be an exciting event.
Yeah, I love the way that, it parlays into good health, parlays into competition that ensures that, health continues to be fun. Taking care of oneself should be.
Absolutely.
So the event, we know, is in partnership with the National Weight Loss Program. Is this a first collaboration with this initiative?
No, we started off with the National Weight Loss Program, and they are still partnering with SKN Moves. Okay. So this event, they're actually partnering with us on this event. We have another event in April, which is the Aquafunathlon, because we do believe in working in partnerships with organizations. So we are working with the Aqua Sailing Centre here on Nevis, and that's a children's event that we're hosting on Easter Saturday, the 16th of April, and it's for 8 to 12-year-olds. So registration has already started, and we've pretty much got that one in the bag. So that's a second event under SKN Moves. And then we have a big one in the summer, hopefully. I'm still searching for sponsors. So if anyone's out there listening in, we're looking for sponsors for this event. It's a knockout Nevis, and it's an obstacle course which will run for 4 weeks. It's a knockout process, and it's the public sector versus private sector on Nevis. So that's going to be the huge event for the summer. And then we swing down into the autumn, and we start with the Half Island Walk relay and then the 2-mile bike relay, which we have in November, and that finishes off the year basically. So that will be the 5 events for this year. And as I said before, National Weight Loss Programme is involved in at least 3 of those events. And we also have Winston Crook, who's part of the bike relay team, and we've got Youth and Sports that are our volunteers for all the events, and the Red Cross are now partnering with us. So it's growing every day, basically. Every event we are growing. And that's the purpose of it, is to get it out to every single body on the island of Nevis, whether you're an athlete or not, because we cover for all abilities, physical and mental. So that's the purpose behind it all.
And I love that. Anyone can get involved. I love that. It's accessible.
Anyone and everyone, all ages, yes. But we were concerned about children because obviously with COVID, there was no events. Now we're back on track with our inter-primary, which is coming up next month. But we had the discussions on the table before that was decided. So we're covering 8 to 12s for the Aquafunathlon, which is 3 events for children aged between 8 and 12, swimming, kayaking, and running, all at Awali Beach.
Some of the sponsors. So Shelagh, can you elaborate on these sponsors at this time?
Yeah, sure. So one of the things about putting events together is that you need lots of money, and we've never had any money per se to play with to put things in action. But this year, I mean, I've been chasing this sponsor for exactly 12 months, and we were successful enough to get them on board. And that's our platinum sponsor, First Federal Credit Union. I want to say a special thank you to Ms. O'Loughlin, Makisa O'Loughlin, who was the one that basically believed in the event and has given us an amazing package of prizes for all our athletes that are taking part in this event this year. I want also to say a special thank you to our gold sponsor, that's Timothy Keynes and Associates Limited, and they're going to be giving away the second prize. And then, of course, we've got other people on board like Nevis Equestrian Centre, Queen City ABT Adventures, and of course we've got I've forgotten the name of the company now, but basically there's a Hills and Hikes tour that will be given for third prize. Also, I want to say a special thank you to the Red Cross team, because they're on board with us every single event and they make sure we're safe on the roads. And also the police, because it's important that our runners and our athletes are safe on the roads. Yeah. I want to say a special thank you to our Nevis Spring Water Company, who basically provide us and keep us hydrated throughout all our events. And also to Best Buy, because they always give us fresh fruit, which is so refreshing after a good run or a walk. I have to say thank you to NIA, because they're our big fans and our biggest sponsors, and they cover most of our expenses for some of the events, I should say. So just to say a special thank you to all of them, because without these people, we wouldn't be able to put on these successful events that we do. They would happen, but they wouldn't be as exciting for the athletes, let's just say that. So I'm really, really happy and delighted that I'm able to say thank you on your program. Hopefully it'll get out there.
Absolutely, our pleasure to enable you to do that. So it makes sense now why the event is also dubbed the first Federal Credit Union Run Cup Challenge. That makes perfect sense.
Correct. They're providing these wonderful trophies and cash prizes and giveaways. So, I mean, what more can you ask for? I mean, they're just amazing and they've come through for me. So I'm really, really, really happy and delighted.
Okay. So Shelagh, how long have you been the communication specialist in the Ministry of Health in Nevis?
Okay, so I've been with the Health Promotion Unit for, this is my 6.5 years. Prior to that, I used to work in St. Kitts. Well, when I first arrived to the Caribbean, I worked in St. Kitts, and I worked with Gardenia, and I've worked with the listing. I worked in Information Services, SKNIS, that's where I started. Then I asked for a transfer to the ministry, and I worked for Health Promotion, which is where I met Gardenia. I've done quite a lot, but in terms of communications here, that's always been my basis of work. I worked in St. Kitts under that theme, and I've worked here in Nevis under that theme. So it's been 24 years in total that I've been here, and I've done quite a lot. I've stretched between islands and different governments and different enterprises. So yeah, it's been a blast.
Anything in particular that drew you to that role, though?
I guess because I'm a social worker by definition in the UK, that's my background, and I did communications with young people in youth and community. So I think it was just a common theme and a common thread that drew me into that area of work. And it hasn't failed me yet, touch wood. So maybe that's my calling. Wherever you put me and it's communications, I'm able to do it.
Well, I have to say, interacting with you and, of course, watching you as we have, you are an excellent communicator. Have you always been that confident?
I don't know. My colleague is sat in the corner shaking his head. Confidence, it depends how you describe confidence. I would say right now I'm very nervous. You might not see it, but I am extremely nervous. I always get nervous before I go on TV or if I have to meet with different people. But it's something that's in the family because we're all kind of like radio people and in entertainment fields. So that's where I would have got my growth from. So I've done radio for a very long time in the UK. And I've done a little bit of TV work. And since coming here, I've done a lot more TV and radio. So I think for each time I'm on, it builds. It's just building on that. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. And when I'm talking to great people, it comes through even more. So thank you both.
Oh, that's sweet to know.
That's so flattering. I have to say, kindred spirits here. We really need to talk more because you're in radio. That's my background, and now you've transitioned to television. So this is great. I can see why we seem to have this great chemistry.
Yes.
Okay. So can you remind us of the registration process for the Half Island Road Relay?
Okay, so the registration process is now closed. We closed on the 7th of March, and we extended it to the 14th. And we managed to squeeze the last entry on 2 days after the closing day. So that's it now. So we have 9 teams. So let me just tell you who the 9 teams are.
Yes, please.
For anybody who's interested in coming and supporting the event tomorrow morning. So there's Beast Fit, TC Immortals, Eastern, GSS Panthers, Nevlec A and B, SKN Defence Force, Alexandra Warriors, and Information Technology. So they're the teams that will be competing tomorrow and battling it out for the trophies under the First Federal Credit Union sponsorship. So it's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm absolutely sure of that.
So before we go, can you remind us what time, where will the relay begin and at what time?
Okay. So it starts at 6 a.m. and we normally start outside the Honourable Junior Minister's house at 6 a.m. She will actually be blowing the whistle for the official start of the relay. We hope she'll be up on time. She will be. So she'll be doing that. And then the first leg is from Brickhill to Butlers, handover at Butlers to Fothergills, handover at Fothergills to Hanley's Road Market Shop, handover to Brownhill Gap, and then we finish at the Fit Wellness Grounds for the award ceremony. My phones are going at the moment. I do apologize.
No, that's fine. We understand that you're quite busy, so we want to thank you for taking the time to speak with us this morning.
Oh, no problem. Thank you for having me on board. It's been a pleasure.